Chilombo by Jhene Aiko. Jhene has been working on the new album for a while. The name is named after her last name, but it also has more meaning than that. Chi is life force. L is for love. Love is living on valued energy, taking care of the future by being fully present in this moment. Om is the sound of the universe. B is the base basics, beginnings. O is eternity, infinite, wholeness, totality, perfection. How did the new album work come out? Here's our honest review of Chilombo by Jhene Aiko.
Well, thank you, 1080p. I did not know all that. That was thorough. I didn't know that. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Made you feel like you need to listen to the album again before we review it?
No, I mean, it makes sense when you break it down like that, why the album is the way it is. But I mean, she's usually like this anyway. But that's
deep as fuck.
Yeah. Yes. Damn.
How you feel about this album artwork?
Man, this got a breakdown too? Does the colors mean something?
Possibly.
But
it probably does.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. I really love the colors on the album cover, just how her rap is yellow and the background is yellow and blue. And I just really think that really matches with her skin complexion and everything like that. So I really love it.
Love the braids as well.
Yeah.
And like just to add on to what you said, love the braids as well. Love the fact that the sun is shining on her. There's a song where she actually talks about that. So I thought that was actually fitting. Yeah. And it looks like she's not wearing any makeup. It just looks like she has really good skin, like Tika Sumter.
Thanks.
So I need to get her skincare routine.
There you go.
The flow of this project, man, I feel like the flow of this project is actually set up by the skits throughout the project. Like, it kind of like lets you know after this skit, this is going to be the vibe for the majority of the album. But for the most part, the whole album is about somebody being pissed off in their process of getting over it. That's
exactly what it is. Yeah.
I took it as the female version of Confessions to help you get over relationship issues.
Okay, I don't know about the female version of Confessions, but I feel like she is going through it with this album, and there's a nice flow of the ins and outs of that, period where you just like, triggered to, I'm just dealing with it,
Just for clarification, I'm not saying it sounds like Confessions.
I feel you.
I'm saying Confessions helped me get through a relationship situation.
Gotcha.
I feel like this is going to help women get through their relationship situation.
Okay, cool.
Just for clarification.
All right, gotcha.
It doesn't sound like Confessions. Highlights, man. I think Lotus, like, it starts off, she's a beautiful flower, and then something happens, and now she's pissed. It pretty much turns into a Venus flytrap, right? For the next section of the album.
That is so accurate.
Triggered, freestyle. That's a beautiful I'm pissed off freestyle. There's women right now playing that with their boyfriend in the other room while they playing 2K. Right? And a dude listening to our podcast playing 2K like, damn.
No, it's a dude listening because the song sounds beautiful. And she's singing, and he's just like, oh, she's just singing in the background. No, bro, she pissed.
Yeah, she's pissed. Motherfucking right. None of Your Concern featuring Big Sean, man. They make some really good music together. Yeah. What is it? What's the name again? Something 88?
Oh, gosh.
Something 88.
Goodness, I'm forgetting. It starts with a T, don't it? 2088.
2088. There you go. Sounds really nice together. I was sitting here wondering, like, are they talking about each other on this album? Hope not.
I think some of it was. That's just my loose assessment. I don't know what they.
I mean, there was all those rumors that Triggered was like their breakup song, and
I mean, they broke up and they got back together. So
I don't know. They seem pretty private, so
yeah.
Speak is another song that's actually really dope. She's gonna put on that dress that you hated, that she damn near looks naked in, and she's gonna go out and speak her mind through many different avenues. That's what she said, right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's a great song. Seriously speaking, BS featuring her. I knew it was gonna be fire as soon as I saw her. It's the name next to the song.
Yeah.
Pussy Fairy, crazy.
I did not know that was the name of the song. I've heard that song.
I
thought it was just called On the Way.
Pussy Fairy is on the way. That's literally what she's saying.
Yeah.
I love the intro too, how it comes in, sound like it's playing on the radio. When it cut off, I got mad initially because I was just like, yo, the song should have stayed like that. But then when it came on, my second time around, I was like, that's fire. Happiness Over Everything, a.k.a. Ho. If you like Andre 3000 and you heard the skit on The Love Below, there's no way you don't love this song.
Damn, I forgot all about that.
I don't think she. I hope she don't think I think she a hoe.
Yeah,
You know, and I love the fact that they got Miguel to do that part.
Yeah.
Miguel's the perfect person. He probably did a leg drop while he was fucking recording this. And Future's involvement in this song was actually fire. I enjoyed it. One Way featuring Absol. I love Absol's verse in there. I'll just leave it at that. Surrender featuring Dr. Chill. I don't know who Dr. Chill is, but the vibe on that song is cool. Define Me actually felt like it set off the next set of songs. 10K Hours featuring Nas is amazing. It's an amazing song, and it's one of those songs where it feels like it kind of got you to think about how long it takes for somebody to get over somebody they spent a lot of time with. And Nas kind of gave us a verse, kind of like low-key apologizing, I understand me and Khalees situation type verse, which that's what I thought. And then Party for Me is a dope tribute to Nipsey Hussle, and it's a great way to end the project as well.
yeah, man. Starting off with Lotus and going right to Trigger, I thought was really, really dope. Since I've been hearing Triggered so much, but seeing in context with the Lotus intro and everything like that really put it in a perspective and started off the album right. None of Your Concern was really dope because it kind of followed that kind of triggered aspect, like a conversation and everything like that. So I thought that was really, really dope. Speak, that's a statement right there. Like that's pretty powerful.
It's a slow version of Fuck 'Em Dress. From
Really,
Beyonce.
it really is. So I really like that. BS with her was crazy. Pussy Fairy on the Way was really dope. Happiness Over Everything. I didn't like it at first.
Really?
I was just like, okay, this is alright. But it grew on me the more I listened to it.
Were you drunk when you?
No, it was just like, all right, this is cool. I mean, ain't nothing really special. But I think a lot of songs with Jhene, for me personally, is like that. Like, I got to listen to it like a couple times for it to grow on me.
Okay.
One Way feature Absol. I really love his verse on there. He sounds different. I don't know why
Yeah,
he sounds different.
his voice did sound
So,
different.
yeah, so I hope he's good and everything, but he sounds different. Surrender feature Dr. Chill was really dope. 10K Hours was fire. I also like Born Tired. No, I forgot about that one. I like that one as well. And I enjoyed Pray For You and Magic Hour and Party For Me. Excuse me.
Lowlights, man. I don't have a lot to talk about at the beginning of the album because I felt like the whole beginning of the album is just a vibe, you know. But when Trying to Smoke came on, this is the part where the album started kind of hitting the bumpy road for me. It's not a bad song. It's just not something that I could vibe with.
Yeah.
From that point on, all the rest of the songs, Born Tired, Love, Morning Dubs, Pray For You, Magic Hour, and especially Lightning and Thunder featuring John Legend, which sounds like every other John Legend R&B feature there is on the planet. Those songs just felt like they were there and they just didn't do anything for me. If you cut this album in half, I felt like we'd have a classic album on our hands. But I felt like it was quite a lot of songs. I know Jhene likes to get in her zones where she writes, and she is writing meaningful lyrics in these songs, and these songs do make sense. But at this point, I just kind of was just like, every single time I listen to the album, at this point, I'm drained. It's just like, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too many songs, and they're not as good as the first couple songs on the project. It reminds me of like the Lil Baby joint, where it starts out like this, and then towards the end, it's just kind of like, you got to spread those fire songs out in between, so it just doesn't feel like the back half of the album is a burden on the rest of the project.
Yeah, that's my main low light with it. It's like a tale of two stories. I feel like the first half of it was laid out and flowed perfectly. And the latter half of the album just really keep you invested in it as the first half did. I felt like, the highlights I did have with 10K Hours, Pray For You, Magic Hour, and Born Tired, maybe even Love. Like that kind of bridge, like I guess you want to say the other side of the triggered, coming off the triggeredness, but I kind of felt like it kind of dwelled too long into, I guess, the aftermath of you being triggered. And I kind of felt like by the time we got to the last track, untriggered, there you go. And by the time we got to the end of it, we're just like, all right, but I'm good. So it could have been shortened a little bit to get to more, I guess you want to say, the resolution of everything like that. So it just kind of felt like a lot of filler.
Just to give you some type of comparison, if you listen to Beyonce's Lemonade album, it didn't feel like she spent too much time in any phase.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And well, that was like 10 songs?
It's like, I felt like it was made 12.
12, yeah.
But it felt like the perfect amount of time to delve into each topic. And towards the end, it just felt like we stayed there too long for me. Final thoughts. Jhene Aiko has a dope voice. She's that person that you always are in a situation where you wish you would have said something. Well, she said it. And that's what this project is. That's why I think a lot of people are going to relate to it. A lot of people are going to gravitate to it, going to be blasting it, going to be in their emo mood. This is perfect, lights dim, candles on, fuck that nigga, drink in my hand music.
Well, I can't top that one. But hey, Jhene's delivered another album where she stayed true to her signature style, her signature vibe. And I feel like with this one, she kind of excelled a little bit, especially with the first half of the album. She kind of gave us a more upbeat flavor than I'm usually normal to what she gives us and everything like that. So for the most part, I think she crafted an album that's definitely going to be relatable to her fans or anybody that goes through any kind of the trigger moments and everything like that. So even if it kind of drifted off near the end, I still feel like it's a highly sought out project from her.
How you feel about the future feature?
The feature. Oh, I didn't talk about that.
No, you didn't.
I grew to like it. It's the thing about Future is like sometimes I really don't like when he sings a melody off beat, but for that song it kind of worked.
Yeah.
So I was annoyed. I think that's why I didn't like it at first because I don't like when Future do that. Like, bro, sing on beat. But the more I got into the song, it's just a vibe, and I don't want to use that excuse, but it really is just a vibe.
Yeah, I'm actually more high on Future than low on him this year so far, out of what he's been part of so far in 2020. Let's see if that holds up.
Yeah,
because he drops a project and I'm pretty sure he'll mess it all the way up.
Yeah.
Final grade. Jhene Aiko, man, gets a check from me. I don't know if I'll be listening to all of this, but I will be listening to quite a few of these songs over and over again. I think Jhene makes really good music, really good mood music. She's like the female Joe Budden when it comes to making music specifically for how you're feeling at that time. And you got to give her credit for that. The vocal work always sounds dope. Her and her sister don't give two fucks. They will say how they feel. Her and Mila J. Shout out to both of them. They will say how they feel in their records, and I feel like that's what makes them special. And because a lot of artists don't do that.
Most definitely. Jhene always stays true to herself, and she just does her. So I'll give it a check. I feel like it's a cool body of work, minus a little filler here and there, but still pretty good.
Even though she's triggered, she still sounded somewhat nice.
That's the thing. You don't.
Yeah, that's not
scary.
Yeah,
that's
not
not
scary
good.
one. Yeah, those are the scary ones. They have a knife in their
It's just
behind
like,
their back right now.
I'm
ready to
not
stab you.
mad. I'm pissed.
But they're still smiling.
Yeah.
Now you can't sleep.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead. Go to sleep.
Nah, you sleep in the car with the door locked. You got to take all the keys in the car with you.
Let's stop.